Hello and welcome to ItsRJTV. We have qualified for the weekend round, which means we are going to get the special badge, which was my goal. And now we're just playing for prizes. Just getting here was the meat of everything. And now, I didn't mean to stream this late, but I had to help my daughter fix her car. Well, kinda. Got to do that tomorrow. Got to put an alternator on it. And I just woke up and I'm going to play my weekend round. So thanks for joining me. Let's see here. How many people played games? I just opened this for the first time today, although it looks like I was thrown in a later division. What's going on? Is it Grammy? Grammy? Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. All right, hole one. If we could find an opponent here. Hello, everyone who's joining in now. Appreciate you guys coming, even though most of you are quiet. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves in the live chat, or feel free to ask me any questions. Gray Am. Gray Am. Gray Am or Graham? Hey, Scott Hall, what's going on? Brisson. Good game. All right, 7.2 mile an hour headwind for the first hole. Man, they're starting us off like, okay. Perfect shot. I feel like I should have went over a little more. Don't you hate when you think that to yourself after you took the shot? Shot minus 24, currently 20th. Awesome job, Scott Hall. Uncle Charlie. I guess you prefer Uncle Charlie. I'll try to remember that. Got two different profiles, huh? So yeah, this is for all you guys who are joining in now. I just took my first shot, so you didn't miss much. Rolando, congrats, RJ, to making it to the weekend round on your first pro tournament. Yes, it is. Good luck, bud. At least the first time making it anyways. Yeah, thank you very much, man. I'm really excited to be playing in this tournament. And even if I mean, I want to put on a decent show for you guys, but even if I end up in 100th place, which I know I won't because there's people that pay all this money to join and then don't join, but regardless, um, even if I ended up in 100th place, I still get my badge. And it's like, that's what I'm concerned about. I really want the blue. I have been coming out of my horrible losing streak lately, which I'm really happy about. Finally up to about $1 million again, million gold coins. So another 100,000 gold coins, possibly if I win enough shootouts in this, which I highly doubt. But if I do, I could get myself back up to Tour 7 again. And then I'll feel like, I'll just feel a lot better about the game. Hey, take care, Uncle Charlie. Aaron Dame has high aspirations for me. What's your goal? Minus 25-ish. Actually, one below that. Minus 24 is my goal. That was my goal for qualifying, and I got a minus 22. So this time I'd like to actually hit it. And Graham Clark, Finished minus 20, ranked 79th. Was that what you finished? Hey, Graham, is that what you finished? So you didn't qualify? Is that what's going on there? Or did you qualify and most everyone played in your division and that's where you're sitting right now? Hopefully it's the latter because, I would appreciate, that would be awesome if you finished and made it to the weekend. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the rest of the people who are joining us. Sorry for getting started so late. 8 p.m. here, East Coast Standard Time. Is it East? No, it's not East Coast Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. A lot more tolerable in the West Coast time or wherever you are. Have no idea if my friends in the Middle East and Europe and Australia and all those cool places are going to be able to join us because I don't know what time it is over there. Unfortunately, we are dealing with the same issues we had last time. I got a yellow dot for the stream health, so hopefully you could hear me okay, and hopefully the stream stays on. Graham Clark, no qualify. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry you didn't qualify, but it took, you've been here. You've been here for all these tournaments. When I tried um, for this, I never even qualified myself. When I mean I didn't qualify, I couldn't break into the top 10 out of the 20 teams. So I am playing safe, and that wasn't really smart. I said I was playing safe. I didn't say anything about playing smart. I got to get used to. I just upgraded my level 7 um, extra mile, and I got to get used to the new curl because you get a bunch of curl going from 6 to 7. But that's fine because I'm pretty good with my Malibu, and it would be awesome if we could chip in and really get off to an awesome start. However, it would be a lot more awesome if I could have taken this same shot with a what would that be? Probably a short iron. Well, looks like we're both going to be busting out our rough irons to try to get ourselves an eagle here. 7.8. Let's go ahead and put that magical top spin on. And hope for perfect here. Ah, great. No, whatever. Aaron's like, you have more than coffee in that mug. Nope, it's actually not even real coffee. It's decaf. Caffeine makes me jittery. I'm just in a good mood. The good Lord woke me up today. Plenty to be happy about, I guess. Ah, this guy's got a bit of an advantage with the razor. I would be using the razor, except not every time that you shoot with your rough iron are you going to be close enough to get on the green. The Nirvana gives me all the distance I would need. He had 100% accuracy, and I believe I have 80. So I'll give up 20 accuracy for all that extra power that I'm getting. I wish the stream health would improve. It's just like one more thing to worry about, you know? Man, it feels good to be playing in pro. I mean, there's no pressure, you know. As much as I would like to hit, that's the only pressure I really have. As much as I'd like to hit the minus 25, 24, 25 would be awesome, but my goal is 24. Um, it would just blow me away. Or I'm already blown away that I made it to the weekend round in pro, especially because the last two times I tried, I didn't even make it to the opening round. You know, I don't even have just those little tiny blue banners. Ooh, we have a shot at winning us another shootout, which you know, the stakes are much higher in pro than they are on rookie. So I really want to be careful here. We hit it great, but if we were going to hit it great, I'd rather it be great on the left. And no, we blew it. A little too much. I'll give him a oops. Good game. I bet he didn't see himself winning that one. The shootout, that is. All right. Well, we both got birdies. That's what's important. We're climbing the ranks here. Let's move on to hole 3. Looks like the same guy, Cody. He's like, oh, yeah, I definitely want to play this guy. He sucks at shootouts. That's what I'd be thinking anyway. Like, yeah, 8 mile an hour wind. I feel pretty good about this. Breeze zone, yeah, it is nice and windy up here in pro. That's half my problem. The wind and judging the wind kind of stinks a little bit too, because from the second tee, your drive, I believe they say, is instead of, you know, the actual wind, it's 1.5 times the wind. So, you know, I'm always really leery in the shootouts. I do okay playing the courses. You know, the second tee doesn't really bother me too much, but man, when it comes to, you know, the shootouts, they scare me. Let's see. Aaron Dame, can you reach all of the par 5 and pro with the Guardian? I had to change to the big dog and expert. I believe expert and pro is the same minus the wind. Thank you, Preso. Um, so yeah, there are a few where I put on my full top spin to be able to make it, and I even have trouble with my what you call it sniper, which has a very good amount of front topspin on it. Um, you probably can if you pull back all the way and you have favorable winds on certain holes, but I think he's going to suffer, you know, on certain holes where you got really long second shots where you should be getting on the green. Right, more wind in expert than it is in pro. But in terms of distances, it's the same. You know, you guys expert shoot at this from the same tee that we shoot in pro. So you know it is a bit different game. Yeah, you may have a 17 mile an hour wind in your face, as to where I'll probably just have, you know, like a 7 or, you know, a 12 or something like that tops. So all right, let's see if we can't make up for shooting so poorly in the last shootout against this person. I feel good. I feel good. I shouldn't have felt that good. I know it looks like I'm going to be around 3 yards from how far out it is, but this is one of the easiest shootout holes. Normally you got to be within about 2 here. Stream health is still yellow. Man, if you can't tell, that really bothers me. I hope there's no lag or anything, and it's not choppy. If you use 2 to right spin, it will get you closer. If I use 2 to right spin, hey, we got back our money from Cody. I will try to remember that for the next shootout. Thank you, John Podoloff. I hope I said that right. If not, I'll just call you John from now on, if that's okay. Up to 29th. Although, even if we get to number 1, it doesn't really mean anything because a lot of people are going to have to play this bracket. Actually just opened up not that long ago. But it's still nice to climb rather than to fall, right? Whoa, 886 trophies. Like this right here is an excellent example of, I don't know how easily the Guardian would make it here. John is fine, and he's flexing. All right. John's very easy to pronounce. That's all right. My last name's Friedman. The way it's spelled, everyone calls me Friedman because it's literally spelled like fried. So I know all about the last name, botchery. Couldn't just be born with the last name Smith. Adams. Something simple. Oh, that's exactly what I want to try to avoid. Definitely aren't going to reach even if you have the Amazon. So, first thing I'm going to do is, I'm surprised I'm playing with Marlins, but you know what? I'm doing good up to this point, so I'm not going to change it. And I'm going to go about this far. Oh, no, I'm not. That's my max distance right there. But, I'm just going to shoot it from here, and if I don't make it to the top of that corner, so be it. I am really concerned about going into the rough on such a skinny fairway. All right, we went a little bit further than I thought we would. Rolando, John is talking about the previous hole. The shootout hole, right? I know there's definite lag here, so when I am reading your comments, I had already taken the shot previously, as Rolando's pointing out. Unfortunately, can't do this live just yet. I guess it's not really lag. Ooh, nice shot for him. Because he can get a chip in here, it won't even be like he made a mistake. But what we want right now is a putt from basically nowhere, if you know what I mean. Just let's see here. And I don't mind a great with the sniper because you get the 100 accuracy. Ooh, that hit the curb, which could have really spelled disaster for us, but luckily the backspin overpowered it. So see, I have a way higher percentage shot here than he does. Yes, the shootout. Normally I play that hole really well. That's where I get a lot of my hole-in-ones. I don't know, maybe it's nerves, maybe it's being live. And yeah, as Rolando said, the delay will have you behind some. Oh, very unfortunate. But fortunate for my bank account, if I make this, now that I opened up my mouth, I feel like I'm shooting the free throws at the end of the game. Nah, that's too easy to miss. Another eagle. We'll take it. And let's see if this can get us to crawl up into the teens. Nope, 22. All right, let's continue. Play hole 5. Another par 3. I know I'm not having stability issues. Kevin. Another person who looks new and pro. Ay, 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 ay. Here we go again. I hate these holes that I can't reach and I have to pull back. And I didn't compensate nearly enough. Looks like we're going to be shooting from the rough. Ouch. Do not want a par. As I said, it's these shootout holes that just bug me. Although he may be in trouble as well because the hammerhead isn't known for its backspin. And with these really small greens, I think he's going to be shooting from the rough too. But I have been mistaken in the past. And it looks like I'm mistaken again. Nice shot. All right. You need to use the quarterback on this hole on the next 9. Yeah, I do. Put on my top spin. Back it way up. Giving me higher percentage shot here to about this point. And that should drop right in, assuming I can get me a nice, perfect shot. Or not. I don't know what I did wrong there. That was crazy. But we got our first par. Something I was able to avoid last tournament. Uh, Not happy about that. It'd be really nice to be able to get a hole in one here. If you guys watch my videos, you know I love the hammerhead. Problem is, ever since I got my sniper up to level 8, I love that just a little bit more. I believe this is the hole you were talking about to use um, 2 backspin. John asks if I have the Guardian. I do have the Guardian, and I absolutely suck with it. I don't know what it is with me, if it's in my head, what the problem is, but I've tried practicing with the Guardian, and basically all I do is give away my money. I can't figure out the spin on it or anything. It just blows my mind. I just can't be good with it. Oh, you said 2 right spin. I thought you meant 2 left spin. Because I was even thinking that when I was um, setting up the ball. I'm like, well, the Marlin only has like 2 1/4 spin anyway, so it doesn't matter. John, my Guardian, I just got it up to level 6. I'm still paying for upgrades because I know it's a must-have club for Tour 8. I'm just afraid to whip it out. Well, not afraid, but I don't want to whip it out in the tournament because I'm so bad with it. But when I play friendlies, I'll whip it out here and there. Right spin. Yeah, gotcha. Rolando knows me very well. I don't like the Guardian. Oh, so busy talking, my opponent's going to be like, what's your problem, man? Go. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Didn't want to miss to the right side on that like I did, but luckily we were close enough that getting the great didn't really hurt. John says it counteracts the right to left slope off the hill. Good to know. Thanks for the help. The last time I had you guys help me was in a rookie tournament, but I got up there really high. I don't remember where I finished, but finished really good, and I probably got a couple shots that I normally wouldn't have got. So your input is appreciated. It's just really hard, if you do want to make this kind of an interactive type chat, you got to type certain things a little bit early, because a lot of times that I see, that your posts come through in real life, I already took that shot. I'd say there's a good 30 seconds, 20, 30-second delay. Graham Clark, I love the hammerhead too. And see, with this shot here, I felt that I pulled it over a little too far to the right. And as you can see, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, the wind is crazy. Rolando, I don't like it either, and mine's at a 7. I use the Hammerhead 4 and just learned to work with it. Does the Hammerhead 4 have a big upgrade in backspin, Rolando? And Aaron says, always play extra wind on this hole. That's exactly what I did. And as you can see, we ended up 1.96 yards away. So that was awesome. I'll have to remember that. And we jump up into 19, but I'm not excited because we got the par. I'm going to have to get a hole-in-one or something like that, or an albatross to catch back up. Which really sucks because a hole-in-one in albatross could have possibly got me to minus 25 if that was even a possibility. Now, again, the last time I played this hole here, I got burnt because I tried to go in, I tried to lay up, but we can't afford to lay up. I don't know if they made the trees taller or, if but I tried laying up twice. Oh, no, great. Hopefully we at least make it to the sand trap on the other side, and I'll take that. Takes away our albatross shot pretty much, but the tree line scares me. I'm sure you guys on this hole as well have been stuck behind a tree where you're actually more penalized like 2 shots because you can't go forward at all. At least, I know that my sand wedge can definitely make it through, from the sand to where we're at now. Thank you, Aaron. I was watching Tommy's stream earlier today, and he gets the ball to where he could just chip in for his second shot here. So this is a huge albatross shot for him. Would that be albatross or eagle? Maybe it'd be eagle. Because it's a par 4, it would be an eagle. Yeah, this is a good eagle hole for him. And, this is also always a little scary, too. I know that I shot that one short. I don't want to go over the edge here. Yeah, eagle. Definitely eagle. And he'll have an easy putt as well. Man, what's going on? I can't get any perfects. If you watch my qualifying round, I had perfect, 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 perfect. Now I'm doing great, 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 great. And like I said, the pressure really isn't on me. I'm gonna get my first blue banner instead of having the all 3 green banners. One of those will turn blue. All right. Ooh, we got the wind blowing in on us here. Okay. Hope I'm not screwing this up too much. Graham says, "How was your week?" My week was pretty good. I My daughter had a dead battery this morning, or was it last night? One of the two. And there's a warranty on the battery, so I'm like, okay, cool. I got the receipt here. Battery's only about a year old. And I go to take the battery off, and there's like corrosion around it and everything, thinking, yeah, this is definitely the battery. Take it up, they charge it, battery's fine. Now, of course, it's the alternator. $200 more. They didn't have it in stock, and I didn't work on it today. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. The only thing is, it's 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis, the 5.0, and the alternator is right at the top of the engine. So the only thing that sucks is I wish the alternator would have went. We're in the 70s there. Hey, buddy, what's going on? You want to be on camera and say hi? Want to say hi? How was your week? All of you guys. Graham, John, Aaron, Rolando, everyone in the chat. Here's another one where I saw, oh, don't punch me in the face. I thought we were homies. Tommy. Oh, come on. You can't do that while I'm taking a shot, bud. Tommy just shoots it over, and I don't have the courage to do such a thing. And I don't want my ball up there because now the sand trap's going to be right in the view of the flag, but whatever. It's better than going over the chasm or ending up in in the sand. A rare showing of the quarterback. Andy's taking it to the left. That's risky. Maybe it's not so risky with the quarterback, you know, because your accuracy is just so pinpoint with it, but ooh, with a great shot, let's see where he ends up. He should be fine. He's got to have about 100. He did hit the rough, but ended up, he's in a better position than I am because he's got a straight shot on the flag as to where I have some bending to do. See if we can't go full back spin here. Push it up some. Oh, I hear noise. Someone's home. Probably my daughter with my son. It is my daughter. I could tell by the laugh. So there goes my quiet. Hopefully they're not too distracting for you. Can't afford my own studio. Graham had the week of work. 7 days straight, man? He can get away with a quarterback because he's using a kingmaker. I see here. Aaron, do you take notes for the club you want to use at different holes of the tournament? I've noticed that you haven't changed so far. It helps me to not to be in between clubs. I use Tommy's Guide. I used to use Tommy's Guides, and lately, I don't know if it's just because I'm not really active on the forums or anything. I haven't seen any guides released from Tommy like they were before. The last time I was looking for Tommy's Guides, it was an actual video, which is no excuse. But yes, I do play better when I switch up my clubs, and no, I'm not switching up my clubs this time. Sup, Joe K? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, I'm going to have to get like a wireless printer or something, and then every time Tommy posts his guides, just go ahead and print it out, and then put it. All I did was put a check mark next to it each time. I did really good that tournament, too. Okay. Here comes the storm. Yes, I'm live streaming. Come say hi. Oh, come on, bud.
Dad, we went paintballing.
You play paintball? That's awesome. I never played paintball in my life, only laser tag.
The things were so foggy.
The goggles.
I ran into something and hit my leg. And then also, I saw someone move in front of me. I started rapid firing and hit David. He was on my team.
Oh, man. So if you hit someone on your team, are they out?
No, he just said don't count it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw someone move in front of me and it was so foggy. I started holding on the trigger. I just kept spam firing the trigger. And then he died. I was like, hey, David, because I didn't know if it was him or not. Because I thought it was his. I was like, hey, David. And he didn't respond, so I lifted him up, and it turns out it was David.
Cool.
Yeah, I hit my leg. Something. I think it was a car. Like a prop car.
Let's see here. Oh, this one again. Gee whiz, Paul.
So what did you guys eat?
I had that Mexican place. You wouldn't have liked it. You would have just asked for like steak in a cup. Yeah.
Did they not have it there?
Las Americas. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm just very excited to see my son. Love my boy. On the fairway. Oh, this is a shootout, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, Aaron, I appreciate it, but don't worry about posting it because if I click on a link, I don't know if it'll shut my stream down. I'm just going to have to prepare myself better next time. Joe K, can't believe you got a minus 23. You're like one of the best players I know. Not even going to get top 50, hoping for top 75 for 25 Titans. Hey, man, at least it's the gravy part, you know. You made it this far into the tournament, so if you're bottom 100, you're still, you know, you made it. Hey, can you grab me the other one out of the fridge, bud? I had coffee in there. You probably don't want to pour your stuff in there. Helios, what's up, Helios? How you doing? Graham Clark had the week of work. We already read that. Yeah, back tomorrow, so you did have 7 days. Jeez, oh man, sorry to hear that. All right, this is another eagle hole. This is one of those holes, though, where I would say, like, the Guardian is not a... I think it's this hole where a Guardian wouldn't be that great to have. No, it's not this hole. There's a hole on here somewhere that I got to really stretch out my sniper, you know, put full top spin and, you know, pull back extra. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm confusing this tournament with the last one. He's got the Kingmaker, so he's going to go over the sand trap. I'm going to line up before the sand trap and hop over it. I didn't know Aki got a treat. Joe says we all have our bad Titans. And then he says, I mean, we all have our bad days. Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time, Joe. It's great that you're here joining us in the chat, though, bro. Aaron Dane says, no worries. Helios says, doing good. And you 9 under already. Nice job. We're going to have to buy more Marlins. This is why it's good to let your gems stack up for you. Because Marlins pretty much pay for themselves. Ooh, I really needed a perfect shot here. Couldn't have set it up much better than that. Unfortunately, I'm not doing as good as I'd like to do, Helios. I got a par on one of the holes because it was a par 3 and I landed in the rough because I misjudged the wind. But I'm hoping to make that up somewhere, and if I can't, then I'm possibly looking at another, well, minus 23, and I got a minus 22 last time, so that'd be pretty cool if I improved by 1 shot there. Joe K says, for me, I use a navigator for the first 7 holes and a Kingmaker for 8 and 9. Kingmaker on 8 helps cross the gap. Yeah, I was just talking about that. I'm really scared about falling in that chasm, so I lay it. Well, it's not really laying it up, but I don't overpower it. I just shoot to the right of the sand. But, you know, I was watching Tommy play earlier today, and it's a nice shot. It's a comfortable thing, you know. It's you play it enough, you do it enough, you get used to doing it, and you know, Kingmakers aren't easy for me to come by. I guess that's the long and short of it. Because this is my first time in the pro area.
No, it wasn't. I mean, no one hit me once, but the mask fogged up, so I couldn't see everything. I bumped into a car that they had, like as a.
All right. I was hoping that back spin would slow it down. Yes, Joe K. I'm super excited that I got my first blue badge. And that's awesome how you're able to highlight my name like that. It really sticks out. I don't know how to do that. I tried to do that in Tommy's cast. Live cast. Chaos addressed me, and I typed at Chaos, but it didn't light it up orange like that. So you'll have to teach me how to do that. But yes, my first blue banner, I'm very excited about it. That's why I said even if I finish 100th, I'm getting it. Kingmakers or Titans on hole 7 and 17. I got Eagle on hole 8 and 17. 2 and 5 times.
But it's harder than you think when you're facing no one and you're You can.
All right, there's our eagle. So the front 9, we made one mistake. We should be at minus 12. Instead, I believe we're at minus 11, so that minus 25. Don't remember who said what I was shooting it for, but okay. I am going 2 clicks to the right.
I'm going to play paintball every single day of his life. While the whole team was running, he flanked them and shot them all in the head. Good thing he was on our team and carried us so hard. Like, when Noah and stuff were running, you just started shooting them. Hit him, boom, headshot. Boom, headshot.
Let's see what that does for me. Although I'm sure my aim has to be pretty good. Oh, no.
Well, that's not really fair to them.
I went a lot further than I thought I would.
I'll be back in a minute.
But we're still at a winnable distance. 2 out of 5 times. I got an eagle on holes. Well, that's 4 holes. So how do you get it 2 out of 5 times if you get it? I don't know, dude. Maybe I just can't focus because I'm playing the game. Scott Warner. Good luck, RJ. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. Joe K. For hole 10, next hole, use the navigator on the par 5. All right. Scott Warner's finally glad to catch the live stream. Glad to have you, bro. And Rolando says, not this hole. Well, the next par 5 I see, because you can switch balls after you already see the course. You just can't switch, what do you call it? You just can't switch clubs after you see it, which is why I really like, yeah, there was, see, after 9, we're at minus 11. Not overly happy with that. We're on pace for minus 22. Hole 10, par 5. So, yeah, we'll go with the navigator here, I guess. 5 times in the tourney, once in qualifying, twice opening and weekend. I got you. Sorry, I didn't understand that. Titan. No, not Titan. Navigator. What does a navigator give us? Oh, just a little extra wind resistance. Well, at 6.5, I got no problems with that, bud. Are these 4 trees that you see right there, are those real? Because I've never had them interfere with a shot. I don't know if anyone knows if those trees are real or not. You know how some things are holograms? Hey, Aiden, can you take Dude and put him in the living room again for me? I didn't want everyone in the stream to have to hear the dogs playing. I mean, I guess you can. Navigator also gives a power boost, really helps on the second shot. All right. Well, with the sniper, I've had really good luck. But Joe, you know, I really appreciate you being here, and you know I take your advice wholeheartedly. Take a lot of your guys' advice. Aaron Dame says, no effect. Those trees are fake. Okay, thanks, Aaron. I was very curious about that. And then he posts a picture of the tree. Say what, Aiden? Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Yeah, see? Perfect example. He's got the Guardian, and he's only got 2 top spin. So this is the one hole where I think the Guardian would really hurt you. Oh, and it's good. Yikes. Can he stay on the fairway?
Listen, gamer, right now. Why are you guys playing with why are you guys playing with Florida?
And there's no pleasure on my end from seeing that, simply because it's a tournament. I want the person to have as much luck as he can. So maybe he can go ahead and chip in and get his eagle.
Anybody else would have been fine, but sold you. Sold you. No, he was afraid of him.
Welcome those of you who have just joined. Can't tell who you are, but I see the watching number went up to 15 people. Man, did you guys see Tommy had 250 people on his live streams today? He's killing it. Guardian is long enough on this hole at level 6 plus. Okay, thanks, Joe K. I got the level 6 Guardian. I stuck with it. Okay, so we got our eagle. And I want to get back that shot that I missed. And if I do remember correctly on this particular hole, I ended up in the rough. So I'll have to remember to give myself a little bit more room on the right-hand side there. I'm going to go back down to a Marlin.
I can't believe it sold you. And listen, you better get on John's good side, because if he blocks you, then he's going to make me block you, and then he's going to make Mike block you, and then I'll make Mr. Awesome block you.
Whew. I see what he's doing. Yeah, I don't think he's going to put any curl on the ball. And by doing that, he's not going to go into the rough like I did, or he'll put very little curl. That was my mistake. I put all that curl. Even if we do end up in the rough, or even in a sand trap for that matter, I know that, except for that first sand trap, the Malibu will get me on the green, but I want an easier shot, more of a high percentage shot. Especially with my backbone. That would be really nice.
Can you teach me spawn camps on maps?
So let's see what we can do here. A little bit of curl instead of all the curl. Oh, whoa, what happened there?
What map we most play? Like, what maps we play a lot?
And I get into the one bunker that I don't know that my Malibu will get me to reach on. Oh, that was ugly. Aaron Dame says, how can we find you on Facebook to play friendly? I've been having trouble adding people. I don't know if I'm getting to my limit, but I'll type my name in the chat. Oops. And I'm wearing this hat, sitting in my car with a flannel for my picture. If you're able to send it, I will. Oh, no, it's not Roy. It's RJ. RJ Friedman. I changed it from Roy to RJ. I guess you guys know what the R stands for. Okay, good. So we could still reach with this club. I'm going to go backspin. Normally I like to put front spin on, top spin or whatever, but I don't want to go perusing off of the putting surface. Yeah, like jazz. What's up, Turts? Just like jazz. I like I like rock and roll, but I like that bluesy rock and roll. Guns N' Roses, best band ever.
Cafe, this toaster recipe.
Dead memes since 1999. I didn't. Whoa, that's super unlucky. I didn't know they had memes back in '99. Kevin Warren. What's up, RJ? How's the round going? Honestly, I'm just so excited to be here. I can't hit perfect shot to save my life. And I got one par, which I'm very upset about. But other than that, I seem to be doing okay, getting my birdies and eagles where I should get them, besides the one. The one where I have a par was actually a par 3, which is really embarrassing. I misjudged the wind. Turt says Metal Rock is more hardcore. Maybe more hardcore, but it don't sound as good. Aaron Dane just sent me a request. What the heck is that? Why did it connect me and then say I couldn't be connected? Well, my son just came in the house, hopped on the PlayStation. I think my daughter, she has a PlayStation 4 as well. She probably hopped on. So I am definitely losing bandwidth. Oops, wait a second. I like that this wind is straight on, so I don't have to really adjust for a side wind. I'm just going to take it as is. I never switched back to a Marlin. Let's do that now. I just bought a whole bunch. Oop, ain't got enough time. I'm just going to take the shot. I know I probably lost about 5 yards. What the heck? Why is there a book right here? It's not too bad. Take that, especially if it would roll down a little more. Aaron was able to send me a request. Okay, I'll definitely accept that, Aaron. And Joe wants to know, what rank did I finish in the opening? I think I finished around 23 or 24, 22, that somewhere in that range. Probably we'll go right in the middle and say 23rd. Scott Warner. I had a very good opening round at minus 26. That is very good. Rookie, but sucked it up for minus 23 in the final round. Made a bunch of mistakes. As you can see, I'm doing the same thing. My finger didn't want to come off the phone that one time. And I shot that good shot right as I was saying, okay, last time I ended up on the rough. And then here I go and end up in the sand. Go figure, man. But that's all right, man. This is the gravy round. This is, just your bragging rights area, unless you're trying to, yikes, unless you're trying to place in the top 3. I mean, I know you do get better prizes and everything, the higher you finish. But, I mean, you get your blue banner, so basically it was a success, I guess, until you get used to it. Joe says, finishing in the 20s with a minus 22 is impressive. I thought minus 24 would be the cut, RJ. Yeah, I wonder if it's because I'm pro and not expert, and I would assume you're probably in Masters, so maybe that's why minus 22 was good enough to get me to where I'm at. I'm assuming that's why. And I'm squarely in. I am Pro 3, but I'm squarely in the middle of Pro 3. The last time the rankings finished, I was like 50th. I might have even been a little bit lower, but I was having a horrible losing streak. It seems like Tour 6 is pro. Nice shot. Um, and then Tour 7 is just a whole bunch of money. 100,000 a game, 200,000, whatever they consider it, or whatnot. So. So Turts comes in, does a internet burp, and then asks to be pardoned. You're pardoned, Turts. It's like, broop. All right, let's try this again.
I didn't know where I was going. I started running and stuff happened.
Yeah, that looks like it's right around 2 yards. Closer to 3. Oh, this is just a shootout anyway, so, I mean, I could definitely use the winnings. Wow, this guy's only got a sniper level 6. I bet he's got about 1,000 games or less. Yeah, look at that, 1,073. Definitely a better player than me when I was at the same trophy level. I think we got this one. Good game, and good luck in the future, bud. Danny Wallace, what's up? All right, where are we going to make up this mistake at? Hole 13. Hopefully we can make it up here. Another par 5 with a real skinny fairway. Hopefully we don't have a huge crosswind or I'll be sweating bullets. Okay, cool. Straight wind. Full backspin. And that should carry us right into that cove, I believe. And not too happy with a great shot. Oh, okay. Good enough. I'll take that. I was scared there where it was going to land when it bounced. Just got off of work. That sucks, man, on a Saturday. Are you in the U.S., Danny? Say that in a West. I don't know what a Western voice sounds like. I've had a few people tell me that I have a Southern drawl to my voice. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree to that. Jennifer Clark, still here. Roy had to jump onto my daughter's iPad. Great. Graham. Friends call me G. Okay, G. Just got used to calling you Graham, but that's not a problem. I will, because as you saw, I was already struggling a little bit with Graham, say Graham, so I'll call you G. So obviously I am still mispronouncing it. Joe K says, RJ, the wins are the same for everyone. You should know the wins from previous rounds. Danny Wallace says, yeah, down outside Houston. Houston in the house. I've never been to Texas, but if I could move to one place, one state, I always said I would want it to be Texas, man. Texas just seems like one of the coolest places in America. I know it's huge, and I know you got ranches and, open areas. And then I know you also have Houston, the fourth biggest city in the U.S. Ooh, this guy had a nice recovery from hitting into the rough. I am spot on. Okay, G. I'm a kid of the 90s anyway, so I'm used to calling people G from my teenage years. And if I call you G, you got to consider me a friend. So, see, I got you. All right, what kind of winds are we battling? Not the good kind. Let's see here. Okay, let's go full back spin. And we're going to overcompensate in the wind. And I'm even going to put a little bit of curl on it and hope for the best. I don't mind that it was great there because it was great on the right side. Oh, look at that ugliness. Didn't pull back far enough. At least it's a shootout because I don't know if I could make this chip in. G says, totally. Danny Wallace had 4 hole-in-ones in my weekend round. Unfortunately, 3 of them were shootouts. I know your pain. I've been there with you, man. As a matter of fact, on my last live stream, I said, oh, I don't want a hole-in-one on this shootout, and someone asked me why, and I explained that. It's like, man, because every shootout hole is an actual tournament hole, and I would much rather get it in the, and have it count on my scorecard. So I get it, man. Totally get it. Good job, Ash. Ash. That reminds me, Ash. I don't know if Ash is the lady for Ashley or if Ash is the guy for wasn't that guy's name Ash from one of my favorite movies, The Evil Dead and the Army of Darkness? Bruce Campbell. Yeah, that's Ash. And Pokemon. Ash Ketchum. 2 of them were the same shootout. Ugh. Scott Warner, I don't want to live in a big city. I'm sorry, I'll finish reading that in just a moment here. Oh, great, I get to make the same shot that I just screwed up on. But this time, I'm going to have to put more oomph on it. Oops, I did not want to hit great to the left, but because it's a sniper, please just don't go on the rough. Ugh. This is the same hole that I screwed up on last time, I believe, too, guys. Okay, yes, I don't want to live in a big city either, but yet here I am in Cleveland. I live in a town of 160 people, and sometimes there are too many people. Oh, geez, I can't imagine that. I really wouldn't want to live in Houston. I don't blame you for not wanting to live in Houston, but I live in a inner Cleveland. Chip says, "Get him, RJ." Hey, Chip, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I live in an inner suburb ring of Cleveland, and um, when I say inner suburb, Cleveland's kind of odd. If Cleveland were any other city, I would live in the city limits of Cleveland. But for some reason, Cleveland's a very small city with a whole bunch of suburbs. But where I'm at now definitely has the inner city setup in terms of, yep, same thing happens. Here's another par. You could almost reach out your, window and shake hands with your neighbor, on a couple streets, most streets actually. We actually moved from a house like that. It was a really bad neighborhood, and now we live in Bedford, which is a little bit nicer neighborhood, but it's still inner city-ish type, area. I like it here though. Probably twice as much room in between houses here than in Maple, where I grew up. Good luck, RJ. Found myself with the same chip earlier. Yeah, that's 2 times now that I had that chip in, and I ended up with a par on it. So I'm looking a lot like minus 22 if I don't make another mistake, but don't get lucky. Scott Warner says there seems to be a lot of par 3s this tournament. Are there more than usual? It seems so. I completely agree with you, Scott. I don't know the definitive answer to that, but I do believe that it feels like there are more than usual. which I don't like because I'm shooting from the pro tees. But hey, I already did my qualifying, right? G says, oh, look at him. He's calling his shot before it even gets there. Nope, no get in the hole for you, but probably a win. Messed up my back 9, was minus 13 for the first 9. Hole in one and an albatross. Awesome for you. I'm lacking both. All right. Now he called his shot, get in the hole. Let's see if we can't actually get in the hole here. Nope. Nice and close, but I believe he was closer. Oh, this ain't even a shootout, so it don't matter. Yeah, my front 9 in the qualifying was minus 12, and I was really excited about that, but then my back 9 was minus 11, and that was because in one of the holes, the one hole where you, what you call it, where you got the trees and you got to choose to go to the right or the left, and everyone chooses to go to the left. I laid up that shot, and it cost me because my club couldn't really get over the trees and put my target anywhere other than the sand trap. Turt says Beck had to book my son's holiday. Where's your son going, Turts? Sound like you got adult children like me. Well, 2 out of my 3 kids are adults. 21, 18, and my boy's 11. See, unlike me, this guy appears to be pretty decent with his Guardian.
What the? This dude literally baited me into his trap.
Oh, here we go again. This is the one where I keep messing up.
I must have been bad, right? I'll find what's not bad.
Alaska just for a week. Is it a cruise?
I've been getting 5 kill averages.
I know a lot of places have those Alaskan cruises. Oh, wow. That worked out for me pretty well there. And I'll take the money. It'd be nice if I could finish at 1.1 mil at the end of this, although I highly doubt I'm winning more shootouts than I'm losing. It doesn't feel like I'm losing every one, though. Oh, no, I'm up to 1.4 million gold coins. Okay. Got a 1-month-old daughter. Congratulations. And a 25-year-old. Just when you thought you were done, just when you were home free, you had to go out and have another kid, huh? I know the feeling, man. Like I said, I got 2 adult daughters and then my 11-year-old son. That's awesome. Congratulations.
No, Tom was like, I just wanted to before you were like, well, I'll write you in rainbow. I mean, I'll write you in 400.
Perfect. I need a perfect. Okay.
And you were like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, cruise. Awesome. My son and, well, actually, all my kids just ended up going on a cruise not long ago. They went down, they basically circled Cuba. They went to Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, thanks, but I almost said the Virgin Islands, and Cozumel, Mexico. Danny Wallace said, just switch to the Guardian from my main wood. Turches says, my wife chose it. And Helios says, RJ, the Guardian is your best friend on 7. Man, the Guardian's been my worst nightmare on 7. I'm sure you're right. A lot of people use the Guardian on 7. I suck with it, man. I don't know why. I don't know if it's all that backspin or You know, just I'm so used to the accuracy of the sniper now. I don't know what it is. Man, an Alaskan cruise. That would be beautiful. I'd probably prefer, if you live in the north, still love her though. Love it. If you live in the north, I would prefer a southern tour, but I mean, if you live in Florida or the tropics or anything like that, um, I would probably rather go south. But I mean, that is beautiful up there from what I hear. I talk like I've been on an Alaskan cruise, which I haven't. Hey, Turts, thanks so much for coming in and visiting. Appreciate you. Catch you next time. Helios says you just maxed out Tour 7, man. Before this losing streak, I uh, I maxed out Tour 7, but I didn't have enough money to go to Tour 8, which kind of sucked. And yeah, that um, now I got so many trophies I got to get, but I got to get 1.1 mil before I'll even play Tour 7. And then if I lose and go back down to 1 mil, I got to farm the rest again. Ooh, bad luck. Unlucky, whatever, not bad luck, but wish that would have went in. Helios says I only have a level 5 Guardian. Yep, my Guardian's level 6. Literally just upgraded it a few days ago. Even though I don't use it, I know it's a must-have club. I'm going to have to get used to it one way or another. And we are nearing the end. Even though the stream health stayed in yellow the whole time. Looks like no problems, so I'll take that. Probably not going to stay on much after this is over. Got to stretch. Can't just sit here for over an hour. G says, here till the end. I got work in less than 4 hours. Danny Wallace says, Tour 8 is easier for me than 7. All are easier than Tour 9 for me. Let's see. Tour 9 would be Tour 5 Pro Series. Or no, Tour 4 Pro Series. Yeah. If anything really intimidates me, geez, why does it keep giving me this one? It knows how bad I am at it. If anything intimidates me, it is definitely the Tour 5 is hard enough. So the Pro Series really scares me. You know, don't even bother me that I hit it good because the wind is insane on this. Look at that. That's how much I was off by. It's a good thing that I actually screwed up and hit it good. Tour 8 is easier for me than Tour 7. Okay, well, hopefully I have the same type of luck. Never broke into the top 10, but that's okay. 2 holes to go. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I appreciate each and every last one of you, even those of you who left. It's just cool to hang out, you know? This internet thing was a great invention. My son's over there on his PS4 and his headset talking to his buddies. I'm thinking every time I see him play, I remember sitting there with my Nintendo. The only way you had multiplayer is when someone was sitting right next to you with a controller in their hand and you had a split screen. And before that, I had an Atari 2600 on a black and white 13-inch TV. Am I exposing my age? Turt says I'm with my friend. Not sure I understand. I mean, you're watching with your friend? Hmm. Turt says, man, he can't talk. It's all right. I'm not putting topspin on this ball because I want to see if it'll set me up in a little bit different spot where I don't have to worry about that sand trap directly in front of me. And I'm really happy I didn't put topspin on because I think I would have got really close to going over the chasm. Wow, did I read that wind wrong? G remembers the Commodore 64. Yeah, I had an aunt that had a Commodore 64. And for Easter, we always went to her house. And I was always the oldest of the grandchildren and the nephews and, and everything. And Turt says, no, we're separate. Turt, this is the first time I remember seeing you in any of my chats. So I don't know if you're under a different name or if I know your friend. Danny Wallace says, yes, the Commodore. I don't know what year the Commodore came out. All I remember, I never owned a Commodore. I had the Atari 2600, and I make sure to say 2600 because I've had, I didn't have it, but I've played, what do you call it? What was the second one called? 6200 or something like that? I know there was two. Had really cool games like Chopper Command and Frogger and Cubert. Some jungle one where you had to there were vines swinging from tree to tree. You'd have to jump over a lake with crocodiles trying to bite you. Oh, man. And we thought the graphics were awesome. And then I also have a picture of myself when I was a teenager, and I had a sticker. I don't remember this gaming system, so it must not have been that popular. But it was called TurboGrafx 16. So apparently I got a sticker for the game system, but I never had the console. The first console that really blew me away was I don't want to say it was the Sega Genesis, but it might have been the Sega. No, it was something called a Dreamcast. Those were the first graphics that I was like, oh my god, that looks like regular TV. And if you looked at that today, you'd be like, what, man? As a matter of fact, was that before? No, that had to be after the Nintendo. Here we go again. I am so sick of this hole. But I am... Oh, no, wait. That's a dead head-on straight wind. Okay. I'm just going to go full back. Ah, good. What is with my aim today? Why couldn't it do that when I was actually playing and it wasn't a shootout? Of course, it doesn't go in the rough. Danny remembers it from Sony. So the TurboGrafx 16 was from Sony. I wonder if that would be considered like their first. That would be like the PlayStation -1 or whatever. Remember that crazy tennis game? You talking about for Atari or for Commodore? Or was it the one where you just had the two bars and it was the ball going back and forth between you and whoever you were sitting next to? That game I definitely remember. And your controller was like you had like a little wheel on top, a circle that you would turn left or right. -20. Where did I make my other mistake? I'm gonna finish at minus. Oh no, this okay. This is an eagle hole, that's why. Yes, I do. Okay, G says yes. So yes, I do remember the tennis game, and that was very fun. Sit up there playing for hours. Pong. Oh man, we're going back. And now I glance up at my son's video game, and it looks like real men killing each other. And breakthrough. Breakthrough. I'm not familiar with breakthrough. Uh-oh. Are we going to have trouble with our connection here? Yeah, let's go ahead and open this real quick. Should have opened that bad boy earlier. I would have had my other pin chests. Minus 21. So if we do get an eagle, we might be able to get in the top 10, but I can promise you we ain't going to stay in the top 10. Times have changed, G. Yes, they have. I remember all the rock and roll stars saying rock and roll would never die. And guess what? I think rock and roll's dead. I don't know of any rock and rollers out there that aren't, that are doing very well like they did back in the 90s, 80s, so on and so forth. Everything seems to be either pop, rap, or country. Yeah, Helios, we do have some grandpas here today. If my daughter took the same path I did, which I'm happy that she hasn't, she would already have one kid and possibly be pregnant with her second one at 21. But yeah, let's see. I was 19 when I had my oldest, and my daughters are 3 years apart. So yeah, wow. I could be a grandfather twice, and I do want grandchildren, but I want my kids to, experience the fun of being a young adult without, having kids. So I could wait. Oh, rolled back on the fairway. Great shot. Very nice. A little bar at the bottom with bricks across the top, and you break it away with the ball. Oh, that was breakthrough? I do remember that game. Slow down. All right, we got a nice easy putt. But he's got a shot at an albatross here. And it looks like we are going to finish at minus 22. All because of the same par 3 hole that ate us up both times I played on it. Oh, that hurts. I bet you right now this guy's wishing he had the backbone for this shot. Yeah, Asteroid was really fun. That was a game from back then. Man, there's too many to name them all. It's like TJ's having connection problems too. But I'm sure streaming does take a lot, of internet juice. Not to mention like I said, my son, my daughter, my 2 nephews have PlayStations, and I'm sure they're all running right now, and they're all online. On top of that, I'm using the Wi-Fi playing this, and my laptop, which is recording it, is streaming it. So that's 2 more devices. And then, there's a few other people in the house with phones or Amazon sticks, with Netflix and all that other stuff. So, got a full house and everyone's got the Wi-Fi password. All right. It's just a shootout, but let's see if we can... Ooh, I like that. I think we'll win our last 10K. I know they call it 20K, but 10 of that's mine to begin with. Oh yeah, the big dog, unless he gets a hole in one. This is definitely me. Well, I am going to wrap it up. I believe this is the final hole. Again, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. It would be very uncomfortable to be sitting here talking to no one. So I appreciate all you guys who came in and played along with me. I kind of feel like we played along together. Um, because you guys joined me the whole time we played. And hey, look at that. We did just barely break into the top 10 just for a tiny little period of time. Scott's got the tiebreaker over us. And minus 24 would have put me either in fourth place or fifth place, depending on who had the tiebreaker. So the way I played and with the goals that I set for myself, I wouldn't have had a shot inside the top three anyway without an albatross or, really lucky eagle or hole in one or something. And look at that at the top, minus 29. My last game, I even said, I bet you there's going to be some minus 30s. G says, great stream, Roy. Well played. Thank you so much. Danny Wallace says, well played, RJ. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I got to get out of this chair and stretch some. Thank you guys so much. If anyone sent me friend requests, I'm going to go accept those right after the stream ends. Again, it's RJ Friedman, Friedman, if you want to join me on Facebook and we can play some friendly games. And I am out of here. We came and we conquered what we needed. And what that was coming in the top 50% to qualify. And we came in the top 50% for the next round to get to the weekend, which is where we're at now. And if we stay in the top 50, fine, cool. If not, like I said, if I finish at 100, which obviously is impossible because I got Peter right below me, I'm okay with that because I'll still get my blue badge and we'll be playing pro from now on, I have a feeling. So, again, thank you guys so much. It was awesome hanging out with you and look forward to the next one. Take care.